Hello, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube. I am Average Joe, the Average Geek, and I am here for my episode 2 review of Netflix The Punisher. I am loving this show so far. Episode 2 was fantastic. We got introduced to a great new character, Micro, aka David Lieberman, a super hacker who is on the run from the government, just as Frank Castle is. The title of this episode is Two Dead Men, and which is really cool because the Micro character says that there are more than one ghost in the city. And it's a very interesting kind of interplay between the two characters. You have Frank Castle, whose family was murdered by the government, and then you have David Lieberman, aka Micro, whose family is still alive, but he has had to completely unplug from them and fake his own death just to keep his family safe. So it's a very interesting kind of interplay between the two characters there. Very yin and yang. Digging it. We got some really cool stuff in this episode, including one particular scene where Frank Castle tracks a guy down who knew who David Lieberman was and was involved in the death of Frank Castle's family and involved in the supposed death of David Lieberman. And it was very funny how this kind of set up. It was this scene where, we seemingly Frank Castle, screwed up, and the character got the drop on him and got out of the tie and pulled the gun on him and had this whole power play over Frank Castle, only for us to realize, the same way the character did, that it was all a ploy, and Frank Castle played him like a fiddle. And gloriously snapped his neck in a bit of awesome ultraviolence. I'm really, really looking forward to where this show is going, where this show is taking us in the future. We see Frank Castle shave the beard, get the military crew cut again. We're making that solid progression back to being the Punisher, because in the first episode, right before the credits sequence at the very beginning of the episode, he does burn his ballistic vest with the Punisher skull. So we're already starting to see that progression back to Frank Castle being the Punisher, and I'm digging the hell out of it. That's for sure. All the performances are really, really good. The female cop, Madani, I believe her name is. She's pulling in a really good performance as well. She's kind of menacing as a cop. I'm kind of curious to see where her story is going to go in the future. Yeah, I'm really digging this episode. Really digging this episode. Really digging this show. Not really a whole lot to talk about in it, other than those few things. I'm really digging the interplay between Micro and Frank Castle, and how they really are two sides of the same coin from two different perspectives. Kind of pulling for Micro that his family doesn't end up getting slaughtered by the government, which, it's the government, so it may very well happen. Yeah. If you like this episode, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. If you did not like this episode, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up anyway. Leave some comments down below. What do you think about The Punisher? Where do you think this series is going to go in the future? Where do you think this show... I can't talk right now. Where do you think this show is going to go in the future? Are you digging what you've seen so far? Have you already finished the series? Yeah, let me know. How does, question of the week, how does this series compare to the previous Punisher movies that we've had? And go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well. Thank you all very much for watching. I am Average Joe, the Average Geek, and we will speak again very, very soon.